Hello, everyone. Admit Jerry's here. Hello.
Hello. Hey, girl. Oh, hey. Hi, Han.
Hi. Just people are coming. Hi, Isabella.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Isabella.
Hi. Ah, you're at your place, Anastasia.
Yeah.
And she has a special guest. Yay.
Yay. How can you hear it? Can you, is it like this better, the sound?
It's good, yeah.
Awesome. Let's just wait for a couple more people. Yay! Hello, everyone. Jade, your hair Jade, your hair looks funky.
Oh, my hair. I got it cut.
Did you get a new hair? Did you get a new
Yeah.
hair? Did you get a new hairstyle for indoors?
I got my hair cut, I think, on Wednesday. Yeah, and she said to me, she took an extra inch off it, and she said, you do realise I've used an extra $15 worth of like bleach in your hair today? And I was like, oh my god. So an average haircut in colour, instead of costing 104, it was 120 or something. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, because of like lockdown, I just had this massive regrowth and I couldn't even see out my fringe. I was doing this thing all the time.
Right. Well, it looks good.
Yes. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah.
All right, we have 6 people in, and if somebody will join, I'll just jump and let them in a bit. Yeah? Yeah, cool. All right, so just get into a comfortable seated position for a moment. And just tuck the tailbone under, lift up through the belly, feel the ribs scoop in, and relax the shoulders down, and just place your hands on your belly, tip of the tongue, roof of the mouth, and slightly lower the chin to feel the core engaged, just to lift you up through the spine a little bit more. And hearing this oceanic sound, this Darth Vader sound in the back of the throat, and the hands on the belly, very slowly expand the diaphragm. And count in slowly for, say, 7, and I'll just start with this invocation while you do that. And see Ajna Dristi as if you're looking to the sun in the daytime. See that sunlight in the between the eyebrow center as you hear this oceanic sound of your long inhalation and exhalation. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Janajala Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Shtakritam Yena Bhutale Svaya Rupa Karamaya Darati Svaparantikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinagandhu Jagapate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Show one arm together, inhale, relaxing the shoulders. Oh. full breath rising, filling the diaphragm, filling the heart. Hear the sound back of the throat. And as you exhale, bring the thumbs to the third eye. So any of this energetic work is getting us off the mental platform where we can manifest then. When we get all those thoughts out of the way, we become master creators. We come into the spiritual heart and the soul. So just create an intention, a sankalpa for the practice. It might be to have more energy in your life or more focus, more determination, just something. And breathing into that intention as you see this light in between the eyebrows and you feel the sensation of the thumbs there. Okay, so we just come onto all fours and warm up the wrists. So have the palms under the shoulders and we'll turn the fingers pointing outward and push. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
And then push the back of the heart like a cat, as if you're pushing. So one principle in inversion work, handstand work, you act like the floor is dirty and you really want to push it away. So you really push, push, push away. And then we're just going to transfer the weight as far to the right hand as possible and then the left hand, and just doing this a bit to warm up the wrists while keeping the heart pushing away. And then we'll turn the hands back and sitting back and really try to press the front portion of the palms into the mat while pushing out the back of the heart. And if that's too easy, just step the knees back and you want to keep the full palm pressing down and hollowing through the diaphragm, pressing out through the back of the heart. And then we're going to turn the right wrist, so you're on the back of the palm, and then transfer the weight forward, hollowing the belly, angry cat, and push it. I don't want to say angry though, let's say sexy cat. I don't know, is it? And then so I don't know. And then the eye of the elbows forward as you come forward, and then we turn the eye of the elbow in as you sit back and try and keep the left palm firmly down. So do that a few times. You can inhale forward, exhale back. Keeping the breath going in these practices will keep you safe because it keeps you connected and present rather than the mind's drifting off and then you not feeling what's happening in the body well enough. And changing hands, so back of the left palm, pressing out through the back of the heart. Try to keep the full palm down of the right hand and forward, turning the elbow out. Or eye of the elbow in as we go back, eye of the elbow out as we come forward, protraction upper back. Okay, and then making fists and just planting them down and stepping the knees back a little bit, protraction upper back, and just transferring the weight forward so you roll onto the top of the thumbs. So we're stretching the wrist the other way. Keep protraction. And then you just make a slight bend with the elbow here. And you want to feel your core so really hollowing out through the belly, protraction upper back. So it's very engaged movement. Forward. Keep pressing out through the back of the heart. And 3 more. Keep pressing out back of the heart. Last one. Good. Now come into high plank. And you can't see my fingers, but we're lifting the right palm off. And then keep it there, lift the left palm off. Protract upper back. And then bring the right palm down. Left palm down. And you get to the point you can do these both at the same time. If it's too much, draw onto the knees. So just keep doing that for say 10 times each hand. So building the wrist tendon strength and some isolation into the base of the fingers as well. 5 more each side. Should be working up a sweat, push up through the back of the heart. Cores engaged because we're really pressing out through the back of the heart here. And trying to keep the buttocks in line with the shoulders. 2 more each side. Good, drawing onto the knees. And we just roll the shoulders out. Okay, and then, coming into a sumo squat malasana. So if you go like so, hope you can see me. So we're turning the wrists back. So and then like a duck on you. And then you bring the elbows inside the knees and then try to push the knees together and resist with the elbows. So you can feel this shoulder stretch. Try to push the knees, push the knees. And then another one for the wrists. We'll just circle the wrists. And then you can place the hands here, squashing the back of the thighs and the calves. And a stronger wrist release is drawing onto the knees, bringing one forearm down and just massaging the wrist with the knee here. So as you save yourself from falling out of a handstand, there's a lot of finger strength that's needed, and that directly twings into the tendons in the wrists, which can pull if they're not strong enough. So this has also helped removing some fascia in the wrist tendons. And other side. So in the handstand, when you're in the handstand, someone should be able to come around and try to lift your fingers, and they should not be able to lift your fingers because they're glued into the earth. And then if you're going to fall, it's this movement of the fingers that saves you, which you can feel more the more you practice the handstand. And then we'll just curl onto the toes, tailbone under so the core's engaged, stretch the fingers and fast. Again, mainly, it'll prevent arthritis in the wrists and fingers as a bonus, but we're really strengthening the wrist tendons here mostly. Keep going faster, 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 faster. And try and open them right up. More. 10 more minutes, come. I said that to someone the other day. They're like, is that your best yoga teacher joke or something? It's like, oh, I guess it's like one of my main ones actually. Yeah, so we'll just massage the wrists a little as well. Okay, so now we will open the chest and shoulders. So you've probably seen the handstands, even if you look back at Iyengar and Patabi Joyce and students from like 40, 50 years ago, there's a big like banana back and people hold it for ages thinking that's the handstand, but none of the deeper energetics will really be working because, you know, we have that Sushumna channel, the central channel. It makes sense if there's an arch or something, it's going to be restricted, and plus it just takes way more precision and practice and subtlety to get that straight line. So we need to have as open and as mobile chest and shoulders as strength for the straight handstand. So just finding a wall space. And first we'll have the palms flat. And you want to have your neck and your chest flat. And you want to have the tailbone up as high as possible. And it's common to get dizzy with this, because our Western furniture is pushing us in the opposite direction, basically. So, yeah, so we try and press the armpit, the whole neck and the chest against the wall with a big, slow, long inhalation. And then on the exhale, you start to slide down, tilting the tailbone higher up. And then initially, sometimes I have to step back because I get so dizzy. And so you just got to really feel your energy and pull back as you need to, and then go back in with the inhalation. So exhale is always finding more depth. Just continuing this. We're trying to flatten the armpits, pulling against the wall. Tilting the tailbone high, flattening the throat and the chest. Oh, that's so nice, Hannah. Let's do one more. This is also really good for dancer pose, where you grab the foot and start to bring, like so. Lots of postures it's really good for. Can I just show you with Anna? Could you come here? And then if you've got a partner, you can do this to help each other. So where the shoulder blades are, you gently press with the heel of the palm. So you're basically cupping their scapula. And then on the exhale, you would prompt them to breathe. You can even put your hand here if you're giving a private lesson or something, and say, inhale, push the stomach out. And then on the exhale, you can gently push them in further. You okay? Yeah. And then one more breathing here. And exhale. So you always adjust on an exhale. That's when they're going deeper.
How far should our feet be apart, Radhika?
I mean, everyone's different. It can be together, they can be hip width. So,
Okay,
good question.
we can vary.
Yeah. Generally hip width, you know, the shoulders are hip width, like down face dog, hip width, shoulder width. But you know, as you start to advance, you can, like Ido Patel, his movement classes, you know, it's like, with some of these deepening postures, there's no like rules. It's just whatever allows you and your body to deepen the most. So yeah. All right. So and we'll do this one. So now, if you just get your left arm and press the shoulder and the inner portion of the arm into the wall, and then you kind of sink in, and you can look over the back shoulder. Yeah. And the arm can be straight as well, but so the part of the shoulder you'll be feeling is the intestine line. You can feel that. You feel that line.
Yeah.
I love handstands because you can do it in your shorts, your day shorts. Just walk along, jump up the wall, jump up. my friend from Cirque du Soleil, he does this one, walk in the park. I will do that too.
Wow.
It's an entry. And then we just change sides. So you can practice your breath, inhale and then exhale, see if you can sink and twist a little bit more. Might find one shoulder is more vulnerable or tighter, etc. And shoulders are said to hold heart energy. So if we get shoulder injuries and things, it can be something that we're holding that isn't processed yet. Some emotion, some heart pain, some stress. Cool, and we'll just do these spinal rolls. So we tuck the tailbone under, slightly relax the knees and relax the shoulders. And you're really, so we'll just close the eyes. Oh, you can watch me first though. And you're really feeling into every vertebrae, and you'll feel how the top vertebrae is affecting down and towards the tailbone. And this has improved people's mobility a lot. Just slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae. And then just hang for a moment and then roll the head up in the snake wave-like motion, and then taking the head back and the hips forward as you draw the chin in again. Pelvis forward, chin down, and then rolling down again. Inhaling up, so doing 2 more of these. But you can do this in your own time to really help you with your back bends and mobility. So many yogis the last couple of years, as more movement-based practices for longevity and elasticity have come into the foreground of yoga practices. They've said that just simple things like this have absolutely changed their practice. So we don't underestimate this type of conditioning and mobility work. And it sets the mind up in a gentle way to go into the more stronger practices with a more relaxed approach. Nice. So then we'll just lift the arms up. This is for the shoulders as well. So we're doing, it can get feel a bit unco, but so we go like so. And you can look over the back shoulder if that helps with the back arm.
This reminds me of mobility exercises from my drama school.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, it's common, I think, for yoga circus drama.
Yeah.
And then we'll go the other way. Don't worry if you're getting a bit unco, like it's normal. And then last one, so we'll just lift the left arm, use the elbow, bring it behind the head, and lift the chin. And then use your head to push back with the elbow. On the exhale, you can inch the elbow a little bit further across. Pins and needles is good because it's just energy moving where it's blocked. One more breath here. And other side. One more breath. Pull this rolling up the shoulders. And just a few neck rolls. So bring your right ear as far to the right shoulder as possible. This is called Sukshma Abhyas. It's part of Hatha Yoga where you actually do conditioning work for the joints every day. So instead if you just do 6 neck rolls either way, it will really, really help improve. And you really try and take the chin in contact with each part of the body as much as possible as you roll. As you go to the left, really pull the right shoulder down. But if you do 6 of these either way, that can really help, either side, sorry, each day, can really help the health of the neck. Try and keep the lower belly engaged, like Mula Bandha, tailbone under. Feel every line that the chin is drawing through the neck. Okay, other direction. You can trace your breath with the movement, maybe exhale down, inhale up. Okay, and rolling the shoulders back. Okay, so does anyone here do the L shape? Can I see? Does anyone do the L? Can you just turn your mic on and tell me if you're doing the L?
Can you explain the L?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
No.
So the full posture, the full hold I want to do now is this, like this, and then we're going to work all the way in after. But if that's too hard, some people are doing this. Does anyone have this position, or is everyone doing the straight?
I'm trying straight.
Is everyone doing straight? Just let me know if you're doing the L. Is anyone doing L? No.
I might get into the L. I will see.
Okay, so so you have the option to do that L, and
Okay.
it's like this. So actually, can you go into it and I'll just show you?
To the
So
L
you
or?
want, yeah. So you want to? Can you just like stick your ribs out? Yeah. So that's collapsing. See, it's like a hollow back almost here. So you want to feel the belly engaged. See, so there's a slight subtle curvature here, but it will look straight as well in somebody's, and then a hollow of the stomach. Because in the straight handstand, the stomach's hollowed and this is protracted. See how you can see this rounding here? It's really beautiful, and a hollow in the stomach. So if you are in the L, really pull in, like tailbone under, ribs in, just like in normal sitting position. So it should feel like you've done sit-ups. Yeah.
It does feel.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. All right, so now, do you have a timer? On your phone? Or
I have
something?
a phone where
So-
it takes time, right?
Cool. So we're going to hold for 45 seconds. So there's 2 options, the L, what we did, or this one. So it's like a diagonal hold. It's not right up against the wall, but, and again, so we don't want the tailbone out, but tailbone under, like that.
45 seconds.
Yeah, so just getting ready. And the nicest way to go in is like this. So legs activated. See, my legs are straight. And then you go in nicely like that.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so ready?
Yeah.
Steady, go. And you're looking, imagine there's a line between the thumbs, you're looking there. So tailbone under, we push the floor away.
Do I move my hands closer to the wall?
Yeah, sure. And keep pushing the floor away and gripping the floor with the fingertips. And the quads should be really activated. The glutes, belly's in. Okay, come down. And then you do something to stretch your shoulders here. So we usually have, if you go up 40 seconds, you have about a minute break. A 40 seconds, minute break. When you hold for a minute, you have about a minute 30 break, or minute, even break and even. So that's the way that we usually train handstands is. And then another thing you can do if you've got a partner is one person goes for 45 seconds and you spot them, and the next person goes 45 seconds, and then that's your rest when you're alternating spotting. So, yeah. Okay, ready? Again, so we do 2 more of these. Ready? And go. So legs activated. Push the floor away. Tailbone under. Butt's really tight. More advanced is the ears in line with the arms, so you start looking towards the wall. Keep pushing the floor away. Stay, stay, stay. Stay. Almost there. Great. So cartwheeling out's the easiest, but if you don't have room, just step forward. And just stretching the shoulders again. If we have like it can be totally, that's fine if it's not open. So you can get like a piece of wood or a blanket or a strap or a weighted bar. This is another mobility for the shoulders, and you just take it closer. So it's quite nice. You just do strength and then you do opening. And as I said, so all this mobility work is getting out a lot of repressed heart energy in the shoulders. It's also activating our higher chakra system, moving this energy. So the Taoists have these sexual practices and stuff to move the energy up. So I see like the inversions, yeah, it's moving the energy up, and it's like, it's a facelift as well. It's like, anyway, so mostly gravity's pulling us down, and we can get depressed because we're like, ugh. So like this, so I like handstands because it moves the energy the other way. You want to try and keep tailbone under when you do these shoulder exercises. Okay, ready? Last time before the next one. Let's do this. Okay, ready? Okay.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm going right in almost. So hollow the belly. Really push the floor away. Grip the floor with the fingertips. So if I came around and tried to lift the fingers, they wouldn't lift. Really push the floor away so the shoulders hug up beside the ears. Your quads should be burning, squeezing the butt. Hollow the belly, tailbone under, push away. Okay. Good. And so you've learnt 4 shoulder mobility, so you can have that one going back, this one against the wall, this one, or arms up over. Okay. So can anyone just tell me if you're not doing the full, this one where we go really close to the wall, please let me know if you're not there yet. So this one.
Yeah, I can't move my arms while in handstand.
Okay. So I would hold the L because that builds the muscles around the scapula, or hold the diagonal for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Because Max picks up only from the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're not going all the way close, so usually when you start training this, the hands are like 6 or so inches, and then they're like 3 to 1 inches away. So yeah, so we'll go 45 seconds again. Basically just pick a hold, like, I mean, if we were doing Miguel, my teachers, and good friends workshops or retreats, you'll just keep doing holds like this, spotting one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, and that's how your practice gets phenomenal. So yeah, we're just gonna hold again. So pick, if you, now we're gonna change it, if you do go flat against the wall, you'll do that. Otherwise, hold diagonal or the L, and really practice all the bits, like really grip the mat with the fingertips, press down, tuck under, push away, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, and monitor your breath. So let's go with that. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go. Yes. And you're really hugging the ears with the shoulders, so the hands will come even closer over time, and the tailbone's right under. So when it's burning like anything, that's when you're getting strong. Yep.
I actually find this one easier.
All right.
Yeah, I think because I kind of lean against the wall more, there's less pressure on my shoulders. I find it much easier.
It's more
to just-
support and more even
Yeah,
support
yeah.
somehow. Yeah. So yeah, just rolling the wrists if you need to. If you need to, you know, you can massage the wrists with the knees. Let's do that. I can actually massage all the forearms.
Yeah, it reminds me when they do massage, they press here and the fingers go automatically in.
Ah, true. Yes.
so we'll just roll the wrist. Here's another one. So if you, well, you can see me. So you put your index finger in, like, there's a little groove. Oh, there's a little groove. It's so weird. I'm so not used to this on myself. Like there's this groove in the wrist. There's a little like hole, you can feel it, and then you just circle. And that just gives a release and massage into this special sensitive part there. And so that's what they do, like for a rehab technique. So you can do that to yourself if you feel your wrist getting tender. Yeah. Okay, so that one again. So just do whatever variation you just did again. And let's go. Like if you do this each day, you'll see the progress. So really tailbone under. Keep pushing the floor away. Feeling shorter for anyone? Feel too long? No. Feel shorter. Another nice one is like the forearm, kind of by the elbow. Yeah, I think if I'm close to the computer, it makes it easier to hear me. And then you just, yeah, it's like this, oh, sensitive, like in
yeah, oh yeah, this one, yeah.
So you have to be careful of your forearms too, because it's whole new movements.
So if it's tender, then you know you're hitting the right spot.
True. I like that.
Okay.
And then we have one more of this. Okay, let's go. We'll hold 1 minute this time.
Reset the timer. 1 minute.
Ready? Let's go. And the third, so there's 3 looking positions. One is in between, an invisible line between the index fingers. 2 is just directly if there was a line where the 2 wrists, base of the wrists are. And 3 is chin to the chest, gazing the toes. Keep pushing away. Tailbone under, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, point the toes strong. Grip the mat with the fingers. Push away, squeeze, breathe. Yay, just oh. Okay, so we'll come down into kneeling position. Just curling the toes under. And then we'll just stick the tailbone out with the chin back. And then holding the top of the knees and just drawing in, stretching the neck and the shoulders. And then forward and up. And back. And forward, couple more. Back. And forward. so coming into a comfortable seated position, we're going to do like a little breath manifestation thing and then a little bit of mantra. Oh yeah. If you don't have lotus, I do advocate sitting on a cushion or a block because then it just keeps the spine long, which is important for any breath work. So I was talking earlier about how when we get the layers of the mind and this radio that's either turned on high volume or it's subtle in the background, when we erase that, it's like there's two options, love or fear. And fear can be so subtle. It can be just judgments on others. It can be just a general blockage of our highest vision in our life from moment to moment. And so we'll do some of this tantric breath work. And first we'll set an intention, and you set the intention, or you can actually just say you want to manifest a certain partner. You would think of the qualities and the type of relationship. This is an example. And then you do this breath work and you're like pulling down, and the mind doesn't even have a chance to come in before you're already pulling the arms as strong as you can down again. And that's like freeing any blocks. It's like before any blocks have a chance to come up or the mind has a chance to come up, you're already breathing through it. So it's kind of like a dissolving of any blocks to this potential manifesting. So it's like a clearing exercise. You can use it for manifesting, you can use it for fine-tuning a vision that you might have and energetically moving towards that. So we'll just sit for a few minutes and think of something that you want to call into your life, or maybe something in your life that you want to tidy up and you see a higher vision for what that would look like. Try and be as detailed as possible, and without letting the mind say, oh no, that's not possible, or just like what you feel like you want and need for a higher vision of your life to be actualized. So if we just sit with the palms up and sit nice and tall, and the core engaged keeps you present, really present in the moment. So tailbone under, and then you can have more clarity, and ribs in and shoulders back and down. And so the core's engaged, the palms are up to receive. So we can keep the internal drishti between the eyebrows in Ajna. I try and gaze at the sun as much as possible, morning and night, so I can call on that light to transmute the mental activity. And see and clarify that vision with as much detail as possible. Breathing into that. You can slightly part the lips, relax the jaw, releasing resistance. Relax as deeply as you can. With each out breath, find more relaxation, more surrender. Feel into this vision. The only thing that really stops us is these limited mind patterns. So the more you can relax, just feel into this clarified vision with detail. Might just be the words And it's like this, and we have that, and I have that, and it's like that. Or you can see what it looks like, or both. Maybe it's just to be happy. Maybe as you breathe, seeing yourself smiling and laughing with light all around, the sun shining. It can be simple or deeper. Last minute or so to clarify that vision or just find more relaxation. Maybe learning to relax is what you need, or just finding that state of relaxation in your activities. The Bhagavad Gita says, the wise person finds action in inaction and inaction in action. Which is a principle for success in our life, the path of least resistance. And then we'll lift the arms up. We're going to start with the breath and then words. So first we will inhale through the mouth as we lift the arms like you're sucking in through a straw. And exhale strongly through the nose like you're blowing your nose through a tissue. And you're moving fast and strong so the mind doesn't have a chance to come in. It's just full energetics. And at the same time, kind of think of that vision, or feel it rather. You're good. And then just sitting up straight, palms up, noticing how your breath is now. You can see the ajna, the eye of intuition, which will become more predominant the more we get off the mental platform, the mundane mental platform. See this bright light here, the rainbow colors, subtle rainbow colors that emanate off the outside of this white light in between the eyebrows. So you feel firmly rooted from the base into the earth. Just exhale the old air through the nose. And inhale for 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest. Tailbone under, squeeze the base like you're stopping yourself go to the bathroom. Aim to draw solar plex under the rib cage, Mahabandha, and see Ajna alight between the eyebrows, shoulders relaxed. Holding, squeeze the base. Relax the shoulders, squeeze the base. Solar plex under the rib cage. Lifting the chin for 3, inhale, 2. 1, exhale for 3. 2. 1. Inhale for 5. 4. 3. Shoulders relaxed. 2. 1. Exhale 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, lift the arms. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, 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 yes. You're breathing long. So it's taken some years, but I've mentioned in some videos how automatically you want to feel from the base, it is like a zip. So it's like an energetic up pull from the sex organs up under the belly button. And it prevents prana from escaping, the prana that you've cultivated, which pulls the energy up, which prevents like depression, tamas, the guna tamas. So pulling the energy up and brings you present and clear into your personal power. So you want to start to try and feel that whenever you sit, whenever you stand. Tailbone under. And it starts to happen naturally if you keep practicing the techniques that I talk about. So yeah, I repeat myself in some videos specifically because I know I needed to hear over and over. So relax, see where you can relax as well as activate. Action and inaction, inaction and action. Now as you see Ajna with light, just bring that vision that you had and see if it feels different. Can you more easily access that? How does it feel? So you can call on this breath work anytime, this practice of clarifying what is your highest in your life. Going upside down just really helps to move the energy. And then all this conditioning and mobility, I mean, you can't go wrong because we all age and it's all preventative for arthritis and strengthening the bones and strengthening, releasing the tendons and strengthening tendons. Always stay with your breath, whatever practices, as I said earlier, keeps you present, safe, When the mind's somewhere else and you're moving the body, that's when we get injured. Okay, so we've been lucky because the video's still going.
Yeah, I know.
So I found a really beautiful Ganesh mantra. So I thought we could sing it together. So if you Google this one, I'm learning it on the harmonium actually, but yeah, so it's Sam Garrett. Do you have your phone here?
Yeah.
Cool, because mine's recording. So if you look up, I'll just confirm the name. YouTube. Pretty sure it's Sam Garrett, Ganesh. Are you sweating? Is anyone sweating? We're sweating. Sam Garrett. I'll just confirm and I'll let you guys know what to look up.
I love Sam Garrett.
Ganesh.
Okay.
Yay!
Which one?
Yeah, it's the one, Sam Garrett, Om Ganesha, and he's with a group and it's from 1 month ago. It's the first one that comes up.
Just the adverts
Healthy and active. That's a bit of a contradiction to what's happening, isn't it? The world.
It's 19 minutes long.
Oh, so let's just play it by ear. The video might cut out, but.
So I got the.
Oh yeah, it's how long is it?
It's like 19
Called
minutes.
Om Ganesha, 19 minutes.
That's 19 minutes, that's the one, yeah.
Do you want to skip the intro?
Yeah, so we'll skip the intro. Now this is going to be interesting, us all starting at the same time.
Yeah. Let me see.
Let's take it to the second. We'll let you know what second we're taking it to, what minute.
1 minute 13 seconds.
1 minute 13 seconds. So just get that ready.
Okay.
And we'll just all sing it together.
Yes, I found it. 1 minute 13 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if you also turn off your mics because it's going to be lots of feedback. We're gonna try and but
And so I'll just say about mantra quickly. So it said, I don't know if Govinda said this, and maybe I've said it before too, but it helps our human brain if we hear things a number of times anyway. So they say that silent meditation is super powerful because we learn to watch our mind and choose our thoughts, and so on that level it's really helpful to gain a certain mastery over the mind. And then even more powerful because we're no longer manipulating a material vibration is chanting, because it's connecting us to the soul beyond the material. It's like if we say Coca-Cola or manipulate the mind, or it's all material sound vibration. So if it's like Krishna, all attractive, Om Shambhave, Shiva, Ganeshji, Ganesha, all these names, they're spiritual sound vibrations. So we start to awaken the soul because we're plugging into the eternal realm beyond the temporary manifestations that generally cause us suffering. So, and because we're getting off the mental platform into an infinite reality, it's also said that on another level, you can also clear and manifest, or basically start to have an embodiment of your highest reality in your life if you chant and think or envision what that higher reality looks like, because it's like the breath work, then you're getting the mind out of the way. So I hope that makes sense.
okay,
Yeah.
so shall we start?
All right, so on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. So I like to notice when there's tension in my body, when the mind's gripping, and just
Find your softness. Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Pataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati, Om Ganesha, Om Ganapati. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Pataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam.
On the out breaths, just seeing what part of the body you can soften more. Could be the cheekbones, the eyebrows, the shoulders, fingers, stomach, jaw, the lips maybe. So essentially, behind all the methods that I'm teaching is to bring you to the space beyond the mind's identification with circumstance. So to get you to the point where you could have basically extreme things happen in your life, but you're the same regardless of whether you've just inherited $10,000 or you're in debt. It's like when you do series one over and over for years and you jump through and you jump back, and at first the mind's like, oh my gosh, another jump through. And over the years, it's just all the same. Getting onto the mat is the same as winning $10,000. It's like the mind's equal in circumstance, because that is how you find freedom. That's freedom, because these events will keep happening. Relationships go up and down, money comes and goes, health comes and goes, COVID comes in this, I don't know. Lies, truths, all the things. But our job is to find that equanimous mind within it all. And essentially that's the soul reality, because the soul already knows its completeness. The soul knows it's unbreakable, so there's nothing to fear because it's eternal. So yeah, the fluctuations come and go, but instead of being in the mind that identifies, that identification creates highs or lows. So we're like on this roller coaster because the monkey mind's always identifying, clutching on to the circumstances and forming an opinion. And then we suffer or enjoy according to the mind's identification. And then there's the more sattvic path, that pure reality, which is equipoise regardless. And that's the soul, because the soul's not constantly identifying, it's just soul's Satchidananda, again, pure bliss, all knowledge. So it's not freaking out, needing to know a million things all the time. It knows its completeness. It's non-fearful because it's eternal and complete. So that's essentially the essence of why all these paths were left for us. And it's the essence that, yeah, that my teachings are trying to take us to. So thanks for being here today, everyone.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you so much.
Yay, thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste the mind.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, see you on WhatsApp and Instagram and all the things.
Everywhere.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye, ladies. Bye, Jinx. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.